Watch SCKT wedge out right here. And then the next level, it's going to probably run up to 50 bucks. It has to hold here at this wedge, though. Right there. Put your resistance, draw your trend line right there. Risky play, but it could do it. I'm not touching it, though. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. It's February 16th, just after noon, Eastern Standard Time. SCKT going supernova parabolic. Look at this move. From $10 when it consolidated this morning, squeezing all the way up to 26 bucks. Gapping up from yesterday, $3.25. This was gapping up pre-market to a high of almost $12. Got a quick morning spike, then slowly got this pullback and consolidation right near $10. And from 10 all the way up 16 bucks. A lot going on today, a lot. We got BNGO, LKCO, that's a great call, Armanda from chat. SOS, BTBT, FTFT, CAN, AGTC. We also had Bitcoin hitting 50K, all-time new high. Let's get it. Hopefully you guys were able to start off this week on a green note. I know there was going to be a lot of FOMO and excitement coming out of the long weekend that we had. We had Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. Monday, the markets were closed due to President's Day. So whenever you come off of a big, long weekend, you want to chill out because there's going to be a lot of excited people ready to get back into the market and instantly trade right when that market opens. You want to chill out. Let that first 30 minutes go by. Let these stocks set up. Chances are, once a stock picks a direction, it's going to continue going in that direction. So no need to beat yourself up right out of the open, trying to guess and predict which way these stocks are going to go, because nobody knows which way they're going to go from the open. So why not chill out, let these stocks set up, and give you and present to you a great risk versus reward opportunity. Sound like a plan? All right. So, first thing, awesome job today, guys, in the Discord chat. If you guys ain't a part of the Discord, what I've decided to do, I'm opening up the Discord for you all this week, completely free. So you guys can see what we're doing, what we're talking about, what stocks we're talking about. You could see how we all work as a team and as a unit this upcoming week. I'm opening it up for you guys. So you guys have access to all of the channels to educate yourself. You get access to the week ahead, the pre-market gap scan, our Monday chat, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You'll get to see how we all work as a team every day at Trading Learning 101. So if you haven't already, join the Discord group. There should be a link below in the video. Join up. Why not? But good job today, you guys. You guys all killed it today. You guys killed it. Grizzly Bar killed it. Paper Cuts killed it. Our Thorn killed it. Armanda killed it. Our Thorn making just over 128 bucks. Paper Cuts making just over 500 bucks. There's a few other of you guys. Armanda was watching LKCO for that breakup over, what was it, $3. It's already running up to $4 now. Good call out, Armanda, on that one. You were eyeing that one all morning. LKCO. Look at that beautiful breakout. Right from 250. Came all the way up to 275. Held. This was the trigger level right here. Right there, 275. See how it got up and above it? And then all this volume right here just came into it. Every candle is averaging 1.2 to 2 million in volume. 275 all the way up to 375. You have a small account. This is good trading opportunities right here. At $2.75, buy 1,000 shares. What is that? A $2,750 investment? Stock moves up $1. That's $1,000 in your pocket. You just doubled your portfolio, 50%. Or not doubled, you made half of your portfolio. I'm sorry. So that $2,000 account is now a $3,000 account. Put your risk down below 250. Enter in at 275. You're risking 25 cents to make 50 cents, 75 cents, $1 per share. Good play on LKCO. And then we also had Bitcoin hitting a new high. Let me bring up Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin just hit a new high right here at 50K. It made a high at 50,200. So we were going to look for potential Bitcoin related stocks to pop off. Riot is one of them. MARA. I can't think of any at the top of my head right now, but Bitcoin's been hot. It's been really, really hot. It's been holding its gains. Nice ramp up to 40K. Pulled back down to 30s. Got that push up 20K. If you trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, it's been a real hot market for that. All right, let's talk about SCKT. Why did it make this move today? Why did it move this much? There's multiple reasons why. I stress about this kind of stuff in my videos. Whenever you have a company or a stock that comes out with a press release or news, you want to look for keywords in the news. Let's bring over the news. SCKT at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Socket Mobile launches first enterprise grade scanners for Apple iPhone 12 series. At 9 a.m., Socket Mobile surges on launch of barcode scanner for iPhone 12. So we have multiple keywords in this press release. They launched a new product. Whenever you have a company launch a new product or come out with a new product, they're growing as a company. They're expanding their products. You also have Apple. Apple is a juggernaut out here. If ever a company comes out and a key word. They're teaming up with a juggernaut. Doesn't matter if it's a company or a person. I've seen stocks before team up with Kim Kardashian, and the stock went supernova parabolic. I remember when Amazon bought Whole Foods, and Whole Foods stock exploded. Keep an eye on key words and press releases, and anytime these companies team up with a juggernaut company like Apple, it's a must watch and a high watch throughout the day. Because look what happened. The stock just went on an epic run. Look at that. This is the daily chart from $9 all the way up to almost $27. A $17, $18 move since the market opened. That's life-changing opportunities right there. Life-changing. Someone picked up just 1,000 shares, and I know it's impossible holding on for the whole entire move. It's impossible. Nobody's going to catch the whole move. But just think about it. 1,000 shares at $10, a $10,000 investment. This thing ran up $27 or $7, $17. That's $17,000 profit. You've pretty much doubled your money. Let's break this down though. Multiple key takeaways from this. So we see here it popped up to 12 pre-market, pulled back, kept hanging around that $10. All right here, just back and forth, popping up. And then market opens, we get that nice push up to 14. And then from there, let's zoom in on this. Simply just drawing a trend line from the high right here at 14. Draw a trend line down like that. You see, every single time this stock popped up to that trend line, it ran into a big seller. So they were purposely holding this back. Think of it as a rubber band. They're pulling back that rubber band, building up that tension, building it up, and that tension in that rubber band. We got volume is slowly retracing. Whenever you have retracing volume on a pullback, that's showing strength. You have to think of stocks like people. SCKT right here, it's about to get a push back to new highs. So we pull back to 1050 and it starts to level out right here. Just paying attention to details, not rushing it, letting the stock set up. You're not jumping the gun, paying attention. Stock continuously made lower highs and lower lows, and then went sideways here for a brief moment. Starts to gear up. Now it starts making higher lows, and it's making higher highs now, right here. And I said this in chat, if we get up and above $13, this stock is going to squeeze and it's going to run up to $20. I called it in chat. Sure enough, we pop up to $13 right here. We get this perk up in volume right after this long fade right here in volume. And from 13, explodes up into a halt. Gets halted right at 14 bucks right there. They reopen it. Look at all this volume just pour into it. Every single candle on average was 1.3 million in volume. Just nonstop. Look at all that. And that just goes to show you people chase after greed. Yeah, it looks like SCKT's gearing up for another pop right here. It's going to possibly pop right back up to 25.50 if this doesn't hold up. But it's a big risk getting in up at this high because it could easily slam down to 20 bucks. You see how volume again? You had all this extreme volume up here, and now volume's just been retracing and retracing, and every time we're getting less and less volume. We're going into lunch hours as well. I tell you guys all the time, keep it simple. All you really have to pay attention to is price action, volume, and to determine if there's a supply and demand imbalance there. There's no need to go off and add all of these unnecessary indicators because all they are distractions. Let's see, we got... And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking you if you're a fan of these indicators. You know, make money the way you want to make money. My way of doing it is to keep things simple. I don't like to overcomplicate and layer things. See, adding a MACD onto my chart. Now I'm paying attention to MACD, volume, price action, my moving averages, VWAP. You're just putting way too much on yourself to keep track of all this stuff, and you could easily overlook the big picture. Is what I'm trying to say. You know, someone throws on MACD and then they throw on RSI for an example. If I could find it. Well, for an example, that. So now you're layering it. You're layering everything that you have to pay attention to. That's what I'm trying to get at. SCKT total volume on the day is 150 million. That's a pretty absurd amount of volume for a specific stock. Now we got FTFT popping up over 10. Beautiful pop on FTFT. If you zoom out, the stock has just been building up off of that 650 and pushing up and pushing up. This morning, it failed to hold over 10 right here. Market opens, it's hanging around this 9, pushes up to 10. You see $10 is resistance right here. Look at it curl up right there. And then push up just below 10 bucks. Right there. that mental $10 gets a deep pullback right there down to 960s. You see how they would have took everybody out with that wick if you had a stop loss in. And then they rip it all the way up to 1080, almost $1. And then after that, game over, all the way back down to 950s. And then they kept popping it back up to $10. It's crazy the games that they play. And I'm telling you, keep a close eye on SCKT. That's going to rip. A lot of games going on with CAN. I'm not a fan really too much of trading marijuana stocks. They're just way overcrowded. And they always have a history of gapping up, maybe having one good spike, and then they just slowly decay. Like, look at how many games this stock has played. It had a good morning run up right here. And then it formed a wedge right here. It failed the wedge, came back up, grinded back up to the area where it fell through. False breakout, fell down, made a new low here. And now it's pushing right back up, holding VWAP. Now it's testing that area again. It failed all right here. So it just goes to show you too, if you go after breakouts, majority of the time breakouts fail. Fail. This will probably fail. What else do we have? SOS. SOS has been in play for like the past 3 days. You could just tell this stock was getting squeezed. Right at that 750. $750 was your line. If that came as resistance right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, and you could just see how tight it got when you zoom out and look at the big picture. Look at all that tightness it did there Friday. And then at 750, if you would have swung this over the long weekend, you would have woke up $2 a share pre-market. And then look at it got a nice morning run to 1350. So from 750 to 1350, that's a $6 gain on your money. The opportunity out here is just amazing, guys. Amazing. Study these charts, break them down. SCKT, it's trying right now. It's testing that it broke over the trend line. It'll get that pullback and it'll surge up to 2550. Right there. You'd want that trend line to hold there at 2150 for it to push up. Watch, it'll just go boom and it'll just surge up. If it doesn't hold that line, it's going down to 20 bucks. All right, let's see what some of you guys are saying here. What happened to IMVT loss? Doesn't seem that bad, but what do I know? Harvey says he bought SOS at 3. He's not selling till 20. I will say, look at SCKT. Took a dump right to 20 bucks. Right there. With SOS, it could push up to 20 bucks. I mean, everything just keeps going up and up and up in the stock market, but it's always a good idea to lock in gains along the way. You know, pigs get slaughtered. Don't be a pig. All right, someone said IMVT. If this is below $1, I swear. Gee, look at that. What happened? Looks like they put it's an earnings loser. They posted negative Q3 earnings. Negative 32 cents per share. Then you got an 8K and a 10Q. Net loss was 31.8 million. They took a net loss of $32 million their third quarter. So this quarter, their third quarter, they lost $32 million. Their last quarter, they lost just over 11 million. So they're increasingly losing money. They're losing more and more money. So that's bad business. So if you own a drugstore, for an example, and you just opened it up and you just decided, I'm going to put my life savings into this and sell stuff. So you realize you don't get no customers. And then all your bills come in. And then you owe 11 million, for an example, for your bills. You're like, all right, I'll pay it. Now you're down 11 million. Now the next quarter comes around, you still don't get no customers. And your bills come in. Now it's 32 million. Your bills are. You're like, dang, now I got to pay 32 million in debt. So now you're down more. So now you're down around almost 50 million and you're not making no money. So if your company ain't going to make no money, this is what happens to your stock. The value of it goes down. Going to be a lot of panic probably. Don't try to catch a falling knife. It's never a good idea. Let the stock sell off and sell down. You see every single time SCKT pulls back, it's pulling back on less and less volume. It's going to get one more pop back up to 25. I'll say 23. It'll get one more pop to 23. Slap a trend line on that bad boy. Right there. Move your trend line up like that. That looks a lot better. I like how it's setting up. You could draw a couple fib lines on this, fib retracements from the previous day's close up to the high, and you could draw one right here from this low up to the high. Yeah, this $20 area, that's going to be an area of interest. The next level is going to be this $17, $18. There's our push. It's trying. Just like that. I was going to jump in on that too. By just paying attention to the volume. It's amazing. Yeah, FT's looking like it might go on a good run too. Someone asked, usually when volume is that high, it keeps going up, correct? It just all depends on the situation. You know, nothing is a guarantee in the stock market. But you can foresee what can happen. I told you guys that SCKT is going to have one more good pop in it. It's going to pop up to 25. You just want to look for patterns. Your brain is a natural pattern seeker. So if you study charts and break down charts every day, you're going to get better, faster. You're going to recognize patterns. And then when it comes down to it in the market, that's where you separate yourself from everybody else. You have to trust in what you know and what you've studied and pull the trigger because you trust in yourself and you know what to look for. That's where you start making the money. But there's a lot of people out there who like to make excuses. They're lazy. They don't want to study. They like to make up excuses that I have a full-time job, I have a family, I have kids. It's called sacrifice. You have to sacrifice. Get that study and work in. Because this is a very rewarding job. And all that studying pays off. Good move here on SCKT. See, I trade with Thinkorswim. I made almost 9K on SCKT. Total for the day, up just over 8K. Made 1,400 on FTFT, and I took a trade this morning on CLEU I thought CLEU was going to get a nice pop to 6, but I was wrong on that. So I focused on SCKT, and that was the big payday. Look at, she's still pushing. 27 bucks. Here we come, and it's going to run into a halt. Watch. Epic move. Epic move. Halt. Next stop for SCKT, probably 50 bucks. This thing's at all-time new highs. I mean, the last time it says it's been this high was back in 2004. I don't know how many times this stock did a reverse split. And it's a super low float, too. I think the float's 4 million, 4.7 million. And look what it did. It retraced all the way down to that mental $20. Amazing. Formed a beautiful wedge. Opportunity, guys. Opportunity. I hope you guys killed it today. I hope you guys were able to make a killing on SCKT. If you didn't and you took a red day, don't be discouraged. Study this chart because it will happen again. Look at all of these charts here. Look at this chart. It had a good morning run up, pulled back, consolidated, next run. Now let's pull up other charts that look just like it. Oh, look at ABIO. Morning run up, pulled back, consolidated, run up. The legend BPTH. Morning run up right there, pulled back, run up. CHK. Morning run up, pulled back, consolidated, run up. GLSI. Crazy halt action all here. Runs up, consolidates, pulls back, runs up. You can see they all pretty much have the same characteristics. That's what I'm trying to point out. Morning run up, pulled back, runs up, pulls back, runs up. HJLI. Runs up, pulls back, consolidates, runs up. All these stocks have their own personalities and move their own ways. Runs up, pulls back, consolidates, runs up. You see the reoccurring theme on most of these? SCPS runs up, pulls back, pops, and then all you had to do was draw a trend line connecting all the lower highs. Breaks that line from 25 bucks, runs all the way up to 50 bucks. So now you guys visually see the same concept on all of these. U1 runs up, pulls back, consolidates, runs up. After you've seen this happen over and 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 over, it just gets burnt into your head. And then when you see it, you recognize it, that's where you're able to capitalize on it. Does it work 100% of the time? No, it doesn't. You know, all stocks have their flaws, and you're not going to be right 100% of the time. That's where your risk management comes in. Now, SCPS just opened back up, and it's pushing up to 30. Last one. See this push up? Consolidates, runs up. Look at that. From $20, now it's up $9 a share. I mean, even 100 shares, you'd be up $900 right now. Make that $1,000 now. It's hitting $30. When prices cross over that $20, it just starts skipping dollars at a time. You really have to be careful with your risk management. Wow. This thing's going to 50 bucks. This is going to bring FOMO back into small caps the next coming days. Any stock that pops up, everybody's going to chase after it. Be safe out there, guys. Don't, just because you see the stock ripping up and up and up and up like this, don't get FOMO and chase after something like this. Take a step back and look at how much it's up. It's up almost 900% on the day. That's crazy. Well, I'm going to wrap it up for this recap, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm done for the day. I'm not going to chase after this, but watch for stocks to pop up and keep going for the days to come.